You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Physically, there was loads of pictures of him, and he always stood with his hand on his hip. And you
mm,
see all these pictures because he was such a slight man, but he always stood with this very kind of jaunty angle with his hand on
mm,
his hip. So I nicked that pretty
yeah,
quick,
that's good.
early, as a sort of a physical thing. And then Chris Nolan kept sending me pictures of David Bowie, you know, like in this sort of
Mm,
Thin White Duke era
yeah,
with the big
I see
voluminous
that.
trousers. Yeah, man.
Wow.
So we kind of
Huh.
stole that a little bit.
Chances are near zero. Near zero.
What do you want from theory alone?
Zero.
And how about you? What was your process then? Because it's such a difficult character it's this kind of 20th century iconic, not a real person.
Yeah,
How
it
did you
was
figure it out?
so weird prepping Barbie as a character. Um, because it was like all my usual tools didn't apply for this
Yeah.
character. So I usually I have the things that I do, and I work with an acting coach, and I work with a dialect coach, and I work with a movement coach, and I read everything and I watch all the things. And when it's a real life person or whatever, it's
Yeah.
the things that you were talking about. If it's a made up person, whatever, I rely on animal work a lot. And um, and I was, maybe like 45 minutes into pretending to be a flamingo or whatever, and I was suddenly like, it's not working. The animal isn't helping me with Barbie. I was like, oh God, I don't know how to find her. And yeah, it was like normally I do a couple, I have a couple of things that I normally do. I'm like,
Okay.
so I make up childhood memories. So I think of say half a dozen core childhood memories,
Uh-huh.
and that helps me explain why they do the things they do in the script.
Right.
So this is the first time they were extremely humiliated in a public setting, or this is the first time they felt betrayed, or like
Okay.
whatever. But I couldn't do that for her because she
Well, yeah.
just was invented out of a vacuum and lived in a, so all the things I normally did didn't work. The animal work didn't work. The
Yeah.
childhood memories didn't work. Even the accent wasn't something to cling on to. Normally I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what accent we doing? So they grew up there and what time and da da
Mm.
da. And even that, it was like, no, I should be from nowhere, but kind of general, but so I was really struggling. It was like she was so smooth and shiny. I had like nothing to grab onto,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know where you are, even though she was written beautifully in the script. Anyways, I went to Greta and I was like, help me. I don't know where to start with this character. And I was like, she was like, okay, what are you scared of?